Hey class, it's Mr. Woodbury, and I'm putting this video together to help you with problem 14 in the homework, the KenKen problem. Now yours will be a little different than this, but the strategies will still apply. A little bit about this, each column and each row has to have each of the numbers from 1 through 4. So we know that's one thing that we can work on with our reasoning. The other is that certain cells are grouped together telling you that they add or subtract to a certain number. So for instance, here, these three cells, I'm told, have to add to be 8. These two cells at the bottom left have to add to be 7. These two in the light blue have to subtract to be 1. And I believe, these two white cells in the middle also have to subtract to be 1. Now, there are some groups of cells that don't have any requirements on them. These are in green. So at the top left, we have a 3 in one of them. We're not told how to find the other one. There's another green one here. And then there are some numbers that are already filled in. So the first thing that I look at is I'm going to look at this grouping of 3 cells because I know 2 of the numbers and they have to add up to be 8. So 8 minus 5, which is 4 plus 1, that equals 3. So this is a 3. Now notice what that gives me across the top. I have 4 spots in the top, but I know 3 of them. I already know 2, 3, and 4. Remember, each row and each column has to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it already has the 2, 3, and 4, so it's missing a 1. I can use the same approach in this left column. Notice I have a 1, 2, and 3 already there. What's missing is a 4. Now, again, there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing this, but I know that these two cells have to add to be 7. We already know one of them is a 4. That makes the remaining one a 3. Next, if I look across the bottom, I know 3 of the numbers, 1, 3, and 4. What's missing is a 2. Next, I can work with the third column. I know 3 of the numbers there, 1, 2, and 3. What I'm missing is a 4. So we've made a lot of progress here. The rest are going to take some reasoning. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch colors, and in red, I'm going to make some notes about what the numbers could be. In column 2, I already have the 3 and the 4, so the other two have to be a 1 and a 2. Whoops. So I'm just going to make some notes. These could be a 1 or a 2. In column 4, I already have a 1 and 2. What I'm missing are 3 and 4, so I'll add those as notes to myself. And notice in the 2 white cells, 1 and 2 are 1 apart from each other. They subtract to be 1, so that's correct. And in the right-hand column, 3 and 4 also subtract to be 1, so that's correct. I'm going to focus on column 2 first because there's a 2 here. That means that there can't be another 2 in that row. And so that tells me that this has to be a 1. And above it, since it can't be a 1, that has to be a 2. Now, there's a couple of ways to finish the last piece here, which is the 2 boxes to the right. I've got to figure out which one's 3 and which one's 4. There's a couple of things that I could do here. First, focusing on this box that I just circled, I can see that there's already a 3 in that row, so I can put the 4 there. And because this one can't be a 4, that only leaves 3. Now, the other thing that I could have done is I already had 3 of the numbers in that row. I just have to figure out which one is missing. And here, 2, 1, and 4, I'm missing a 3. So, a few things that you want to consider. Keep in the back of your mind that each row has to have one of all 4 of those numbers. If you know 3 of them, then you can find the 4th one. Also, if you have a sum or a difference, a group of cells put together, and you're told their sum or their difference, and you know all but one of them, you can find the one that's missing. And so you keep chipping away at little pieces. Make notes to yourself about which ones are possible of the ones that remain, and that'll help you to finish out the whole puzzle.